2 cups of flour.
Now, what are we making?
Biscuits.
What kind of biscuits?
Just biscuits out of self-rising flour, Hudson cream, self-rising. 2 cups of flour. I'd say the 1/4 of a cup. More than that again.
About 1/3 of a cup, maybe?
Yeah, about 1/3 of a cup of flour.
You mean short? So 2 cups of self-rising Hudson cream flour and about 1/3 of a cup of shortening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't measure it, I guess, at it. It looks like that's pretty close.
Okay.
And 1/4 teaspoon of soda.
1/4 teaspoon of soda.
Sometimes I put just a little bit of sugar in it. Most people don't like it, but
Like a tablespoon?
no.
A teaspoon or 2?
Yeah, about a 1/2 teaspoon.
1/2 a teaspoon.
Don't even have to put any in.
Okay.
Just a thought. Mash the shortening mix the shortening into the flour. So it resembles meal. Not quite as fine as meal. And then, I guess we put the buttermilk in.
So that's a cup.
I believe it'll take more than that, maybe 1/4 of buttermilk. We'll see.
Okay. We'll try 1 1/4, 1 1/3, something like that of buttermilk. We're stirring it around. Now this is where Granny's technique makes a difference in how these things turn out.
And that's not going to be enough milk. So sometimes I just add a little water to it.
So we put, what, about 1/3 of a cup of water?
About a 1/2 cup.
1/2 a cup of water.
And that's still enough.
Okay.
So we just keep adding to
That's
it.
probably another 1/4 cup of buttermilk. So maybe we're up to a little over 1 1/2 cups buttermilk and about a 1/2 a cup water.
Yeah. I believe I've got it too thin. Maybe
Okay.
not. We'll try it and see what we got here.
Okay. So it's a little gooey looking. Okay, now, technique. Sprinkle.
Flour over it till you get it to where you can work with it.
So you're kind of scraping the edges of the bowl kind of into a little mound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, notice this technique that you're using. You kind of tuck it, well, that's
Knead
probably
it.
not the word.
Knead it.
Kind of lightly knead it, kind of bring it up from under and then press it down lightly.
You'll know it when you get it ready.
Okay. Now this is the secret of this whole thing, because getting that exact point where it is ready is what makes the difference between Granny's biscuits and any other biscuits in the world. Highly guarded secret here.
Now I think we're getting about ready to cut them out.
Now how can you tell when it's the right consistency?
Well, I don't know. I guess at it.
You guess at it. Okay. So now, Has that pan been warmed up in the oven?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're gonna cut them out.
Oh, and the pan has some oil in it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's check out this technique here. You kind of cup your hands together and sort of cut the biscuits. Let's see. Let's do it. See from the top. Do it slowly. Okay. And she keeps lightly kneading as she goes, very tenderly, but.
Sometimes we have to add a little flour so it won't be so sticky.
Something makes me think of a Cabbage Patch Kid coming out of the Cabbage Patch. It just sort of emerges. And so you never roll them out because then that flattens them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps them light and fluffy. Okay. Now, what is it about your biscuits that everybody likes so much?
Well, I don't know what it is, but always people brags about my biscuits, and I don't know why they're any different than anybody else's.
And then you had that where the exact amount of dough made the exact number of biscuits for that pan. Now that's pretty amazing. Okay, very pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 biscuits. Just the perfect amount for a 13 by 9 pan. Lightly greased and warmed up before you start putting the biscuits in there. Okay, now what do we do?
We're going to put a little oil on the biscuits.
Okay.
Put them in the oven at I've got the oven heated at 350 degrees.
So you just kind of pat a little bit on there out of each spoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have the oven at 350 degrees, and then I turned up to 450 and bake them till they look shiny on the top, and then turn the broiler on and brown them on top.
Okay.
You don't want to brown them too brown on the bottom. I just now heard the oven kick off, so we're going to put them in and turn it up to 450.
Okey-doke.
So it'll take about 15-20 minutes, and we'll be ready to eat butter and jelly.
All right. Can't wait.